If you have a project in mind and you just can't find the right file for it, it is up to you to create that design. The biggest part of that is planning out the steps you need to take to get to the finished project. Now, I've been working all week on little things to put in the grandbaby's Easter baskets, and I really wanted to add a Tic Tac Toe box. I went over to Creative Fabrica, but I could not find a file that really fit what I was looking for, so we are just going to run through all of the steps that it took me to finish this design up and create exactly what I had in mind. The first step should always be picking out your materials. This step was pretty easy for me because I am using whatever I have on hand to clear out some stock in my craft room. I went with some pastel cardstock and some craft foam, and this worked perfectly for this project. Next, you're going to want to decide what is the main element of your design. In this particular case, the main element of the design is going to be the box. I had started out with this box design, but I realized that this little tab is going to be difficult for the little ones to open and close. So I went with this design instead because the lid is much easier to remove. I grabbed my box template from Creative Fabrica, and I will put a link in the description below. However, if you have an exact size in mind that you want to create, you can go over to templatemaker.nl, put your measurements in. It will create the template for you for free. It is an awesome asset. You should definitely check it out. Step 3 is simply adding details. I started with the Tic Tac Toe grid. In order to do this, I grabbed a rectangle from my drawing tools and held down my shift key. I just pulled that out so it would make a perfect square. Let's head over to the offset panel. I'm going to do an internal offset, and I want to make sure that my corners are squared, not rounded, and I have the distance set to 0.1, but looking at it, I think I want that just a little bit thicker. Let's bump that up until it looks good. We're going to go with 0.17. Now we can select both of these, right click and make a compound path, and we have created the outside of our grid. We're going to go back, grab another rectangle, and just pull that out so that it's about the same height and width as the border. That looks good. If you want it exact, you can check out this bottom number here. That is the width, and we know that we had it set at 0.17 for the offset. We can click on enter, and now both of these are the same width. It did shrink the height down too because I did not unlock my aspect ratio button, but that's okay. We can set this in place. Let's zoom in on it. That's going to bring up the center square here, and we can simply pull that down so that it overlaps the bottom. Let's scroll up and make sure that it is overlapping the top, and it does. Perfect. Now I need 2 of these set in the vertical position and 2 of these set in the horizontal position. But in order to get them spaced properly, I'm going to make a total of 4, and you'll see why in just 1 second. I'm going to take one and slide it all the way over to the side so that it is lined up with the side of my original box. I'm going to take another one and slide it all the way over until it lines up with this side. Now I can select all of these upright pieces that I just created, go up to my spacing tool here and click on this one. It is space horizontal, and it sets those at an even distance. Now I know all of these divisions are the exact same width. Let's click off those to deselect them. Then I can select this one and this one, right click and delete. We do not need them anymore. I'm going to select the 2 that were left in the middle, right click and group them together. Now I can duplicate, open up my transform panel, go to the 3rd tab, which is rotate to 90 degrees. And now they're setting horizontally. We can slide those right in place. We can select all of our pieces now, right click and weld. And now we have our tic-tac-toe grid. That was pretty easy. Of course, for tic-tac-toe, you need some X's and some O's. I went with X's and Easter eggs because this is Easter themed. For the X's, I just typed out a lowercase x in Arial font. It was very basic, nothing to it. I duplicated it as many times as I needed, and that part was done. For the O's, I decided to go with the Easter eggs, and that was simply an ellipse from the drawing tools. You can pull that out so that it's an oval shape. Double click to bring up your editing points. To make the base wider, you're going to grab the little blue squares and pull them out. You can see that that makes the base wider. Then I took the top editing point and pulled that up a little bit and brought in the blue squares at the top to make that a little pointier. And you can adjust the sides as well if you'd like. Just play around with it until you have your perfect egg shape and then scale it down. Now I have all of my elements drawn out and ready to go except for the size. Let's zoom in on our box template. You can almost see these dashed lines here. It is pretty difficult to see. Let's switch the color up on these. I need to ungroup it first. Okay, that is a little bit better. Now we're going to bring the grid that we created over to the center of our box lid here. And I want it just slightly smaller than the score lines so that it will set neatly on top of the box. Just grab a corner and pull that in. This does not have to be exact. And that looks really good. There's going to be a little bit of distance around the edge, but not too much. Now our grid is scaled to size. You just want to make sure that your X's and Easter eggs are going to fit in the little holes as well. And then for step 4, you're going to duplicate your design as many times as needed and get everything positioned on the cutting mat so that all of the pieces are ready to go over into the send page. Now in the send page, of course, I don't want these there at this point, but this is when you're going to work on your cut settings. The grid and my X's and O's are going to be cut out of craft foam with tool holder 2, and then the box template is going to be cut out of cardstock with the auto blade in tool 1. Of course, the last step in this process is cutting and assembly. I used hot glue to assemble the boxes and to attach the tic-tac-toe grid to the lid of the box, but really in all of this, I'm curious to know if you like to use pre-made designs from sites like Creative Fabrica or the design store, or do you prefer to create your own? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.